let's talk about the core platform. Many of you that are watching today know Ceros as Ceros the brand and Ceros the product. But in fact, Ceros the brand houses multiple products. Studio is the product that you are most likely to be familiar with. It's a very powerful tool capable of helping individuals and organizations to create really rich, engaging, interactive experiences without the need to code. Everything has been looked at, both in terms of how it looks visually, but also how it functions. So if you take the login as an example, that's been refreshed and connected to the rest of the ecosystem. Below that is the admin. We've worked incredibly hard to build an entire new design system that will work really well for the admin of the studio, but it will work for any other product in the suite. And as you can see here, it's a much cleaner interface, cleaner tiles, simpler access points, and a very clear navigation on the left that's expandable for the future. So now we have a cleaner and more connected login. We have a much better, much more modern, more expandable admin. And finally, we didn't stop there with the studio. We went all the way into the UI and the UX. Things like our layers panel are now dockable and expandable. And you'll also see we've cleaned up some of the iconography, folded things away into a neater space, and just fundamentally changed and/or tidied some of the basic interactions and/or setting panels. It's a much cleaner interface all the way from the very top of logging in, right the way through to publishing. Let's move on to Markup. Now, Markup's been in the ecosystem for well over 18 months. It's been an incredible success for us. We were almost at 500,000 signups, and we have well into the 200,000 to 300,000 engaged customers on any given month. It's been a great product for enabling feedback across any file format. And on that note, we've recently been adding more file formats. Markup started in the web space, allowing you to mark up any digital web property, of course, including content created in the studio. But now we're unveiling and have added over the last 6 months multiple file formats, and that includes PDFs, PowerPoints, and even video. So we're really trying to bring Markup to a position where it's the simplest way possible to gather feedback on any digital content in your organization. In addition to that, we're adding more pro features and recently released our pricing tier. It's been a huge success for us, and we're loving the way in which the community responds to the things that we're doing at Markup. And as you can see, that transformation and alignment that you saw in the studio is happening in Markup as well, all the way from the login through to the admin and of course the application itself. All right, so there's a little more detail for you on Markup. Now lastly, I want to touch chart blocks. Now chart blocks has been in the family for well over 3 years. And as it turns out, we have to confess here at Ceros, we haven't done a great job of spending time and energy making that the greatest it could be. And that ended a year ago when we started to take a deep look at what we wanted it to be and where we thought it could go when you align it with the bigger vision. So what we've done with chart blocks is a complete refresh again of the brand itself, and you'll see that represented on the .com, but all the way down again to the admin using the same design system as you'll see in the other products, and then all the way down into the application. It's becoming a really simple and easy way to rapidly create visually represented data in an easy and quick to edit fashion. Chartbox is awesome and of course shares the same central login system, so getting from one app to the other is incredibly easy. I want to move focus now to the newer products we're launching today, the things that we're bringing to you that you didn't know about. And the first one is Inspect. Now Inspect is actually a tool that came from an acquisition we made about 18 months ago. Folks over at Avocode had a really interesting product for allowing designers and developers to collaborate more easily when creating digital content with coding. And what we've done here is taken Inspect and extracted the core parts of the Avocode platform and turned that into a free product, free forever, and allowing access to that to anyone in the ecosystem. So next up is something I'm super excited about. It's been a reasonably long time coming, but this is the tool that is going to empower your organization to leverage the core studio in many more use cases and involve many more personas and individuals in your company. And we call it Editor. Now the Editor is a tool that allows anyone in an organization that doesn't necessarily have the skills to leverage the studio environment to make basic edits on any Ceros experience. Doesn't matter how much animation, how much interaction there is, how many pages, or how complex that is. And then with a click of a button, shift from browse mode into edit mode, at which point you can make simple text edits with the ability to change fonts, styles, bullets, and even spell check. And in addition to that, you can also change imagery, uploading imagery, and cropping imagery. So it's a very simple way for other individuals across multiple departments to leverage Ceros experiences in ways they've never been able to before. A new brand, a new site, 3 products you're familiar with, and 2 more products that we are announcing today. And all of those look like they belong together and they act like they belong together. One of the most important things that sits between the ability to create experiences in the studio and allowing others in the organization to gain access through the editor is templates. Now, templates have always been available to you in Ceros through the Inspire Gallery, but the ability to create your own templates and make them available to the rest of your organization has been limited in the past. But of course, with editor's power, you're going to want to do that more easily and more frequently. And with the template gallery now being right there on a sidebar in every admin for every user, you have the ability to create templates for use across multiple departments in your organizations, whether it be sales, marketing, HR, or anywhere in between. Those templates can be created by your design team, distributed to anyone in the organization, and small text and image changes can be made by anyone. The combination and power between the studio's ability to create and the editor's ability to make it inclusive is transformative. And we perceive hundreds, if not thousands of individuals inside organizations leveraging the editing tool, leveraging Markup, leveraging chart blocks, and of course the pro designers leveraging things like the studio. And as we pull back and take a look at Ceros today, in this beginning phase of a transformation towards a larger organization with greater impact, you'll see Ceros the company and a whole suite of products deliberately and intentionally focused on unlocking creativity in your organization. We are psyched about it. And you'll be able to see all of that on thenew.com by the end of today. A hell of a lot of work from a hell of a lot of people in order to begin to transform Ceros as an organization into something 10 or 20 or 30 times bigger than we could have ever dreamed only 10 years ago. And it would be wrong of me if I didn't take a split second to thank every single human being at Ceros that's worked tirelessly for the last 10 to 18 months to make all of this come into reality. Everyone from the executive team, our board, and of course, everyone on the product team and on the sales team working tirelessly to make this a reality. I'm super excited about it, and it really is just the beginning of where we're trying to head.